So we are now done with our estimating our gross profit. Going forward, we want to determine the cost of these other line items. So we have our operating costs, selling, general, and administration expenses, and we also have other expenses. So we gonna be accounting for these costs as it grows at this rate of inflation. So in order to do that, we will calculate this by taking whatever the prior period expenses were for the operating expenses, and we multiply that by 1 plus this inflation. So we believe that the operating expenses are well, as well will grow at a rate of inflation. So we could just now just edit by references to the cell F4. So we can copy to the end of the model called ESF business formulas. As you can see, we have the cost picking up the right numbers, and we believe that costs grow at the rate of inflation. So we can now take this, which is the EBITDA, earnings before interest, taxes, and depreciation. It's going to be the difference between the gross profit and the sum of these other items here. So we're taking the difference between the gross profit and the sum of the selling, general, and administration expenses and the other expenses. We can take this copy of ASF all the way and paste as formulas. So for depreciation and these other items, we are gonna be filling this up in a bit. Why? Because we have a robust depreciation schedule that we will have to construct. So when we are done with our depreciation section, then we will come back and account for these line items, the depreciation and the current and the deferred taxes. But for now, we could just determine whatever the earnings before interest and taxes will be. So it's just the difference between the EBITDA and the depreciation. We can fill this right with Control R. We also determine the total interest expense, which is just the sum of the cash net interest expense and the payment in kind interest expense, which we're gonna be calculating soon. Also, we have the current and deferred taxes here. The total tax is gonna be the sum of those two. I figured that all the way right with Control R. In order to calculate the earnings before taxes, is going to be equal to earnings before interest and taxes, and then we deduct the cash interest expense, the total interest expense. So we have it set up there. Then to calculate the net income, it's just going to be the difference between the earnings before taxes, and then we deduct the current taxes, that is the cash taxes, and the deferred taxes. So now, for now, we have the income statement set up, even though it's not complete, but we will come back to fill these other line items, such as depreciation, cash net interest expense, payment in kind interest expense, current taxes, and deferred taxes when we're done with the supporting schedules. So for now, we want to move on to calculating or determining our supporting schedules. So we can just close this for now. The cash flow statement, we go Alt AH just to close that part of our schedule. And we are now ready to determine whatever we're going to be needing in our financial statement, such as the working capital section. So here we will just link in some dates. Copy or ESF the rest of our statements, and then we have the days in the period. We're also gonna have to reference that. So the days in the period, we have it set up here in our revenue section. We can just reference to that or the ESF. Also, we will bring in revenue and the cost of goods sold, which we simulated a while ago. So in this case, we have it right up in our income statement. We just bring that, and then we can or ES just base as formula, saying the cost of goods sold is just one cell below the revenue item. So we can take all of this, copy or ESF. We keep pasting as formulas because we have these brothers. We don't want to mess up with them. So we want to keep everything in place. So we have that set up, and now we are now ready to determine our change in net non-cash working capital. So in this case, we have to take into account the account receivable, inventory, and account payable. And we have some assumptions that were set up for us in our input section. So we have some main drivers to account receivable, inventory, and account payable.